This is the mic that I use. It's a Blue Yeti. It's a USB mic, so it's really easy to use. Just plug it in a regular USB 3 port and it should work. I got this on top of it. It's separate from it, so that's what it looks like without it. But I put this on it so that the spit doesn't come off. And I don't use a webcam anymore. I actually upgraded to a Sony A7R 3 or something like that. It's really expensive, but before I did that, I used this Logitech webcam. It only costs like $30 or $40, and it's actually really good. Stop focusing on who likes you and who doesn't like you, because within your entire life, you're going to run into people that don't like you for no reason, and it's not your fault. Just be yourself. Learn to like yourself. That's the main thing. Like yourself first. I would say try to find your vocal range, because I know for me, I knew when I was little that my vocal range was the alto. You know, that's my pitch. But then when I tried to do soprano, which is higher, it didn't work out. My voice started cracking. So I tried to sing songs that kind of tailored to my pitch. I'd say maybe a lot of talking and a lot of FaceTiming will probably help, because for one, you want to make sure that you're talking to who you're talking to. So FaceTime is probably the best thing, so you don't want to get catfished. But two, talking so that you guys don't feel lonely. Yes, go for that job. Screw who doesn't like you, okay? I'm serious, because you applied to that job because you wanted to get a check. You didn't sign up for friends. You can do that at school. So it would be nice for people to like you at work, but if they don't, it doesn't really matter either, because you're both trying to get a check. Those aren't really your friends if they're bullying you about your preference. Like if they're like poking, like, you know, like playful jokes at it, you know, that's fine, whatever. But if they're like blatantly disrespecting you, those are not your friends. You need to find a new circle. If people are bullying you for how you look or whatever weight that you are and everything, it's most of the time because they're deflecting their own feelings to you. So they may not feel a good way about themselves. So to make them feel better, they go ahead and attack somebody else on what they look like and how they feel. But the best way to get back at that is just to own up to it. Like, you know, if you're a bigger size and you're okay with it and you feel fine being bigger, then just own that. Be like, okay, I'm big, and so what? If I'm skinny, then so what? It's obviously something that they can't do is accept themselves like you can. I would say try to integrate your studying with the sports. Okay, so I don't do sports, so tell me if this makes sense. So go out, do the actual sport, but have somebody like quiz you like at the same time of you like practicing, if it makes sense. I think it's preference, because I like editing on a Mac, but Dwayne likes editing his videos on Windows. So it really depends on it. To me, I think that editing on a Mac with the Final Cut Pro is very much easier than Windows. That might be a hard one, because I don't know how she'll react to things, but I would say probably try to propose the idea that if you can't go out, then you could bring your friends to her, like to your house, and maybe she could trust them for you to go out with them. Great example would to show them Ninja, okay? Because Ninja is one of the top gamers out there. He's a pro streamer, and he is the first gamer to actually be on an ESPN cover known for sports, because gaming is a sport. You're gonna probably have to tell them, because at some point they're gonna know. Like, there's no way that you could hide it. Like, that stomach is gonna grow. That stomach is gonna grow, and she's gonna come to you because you're the father and you're gonna have to take care of it, but they may not like that news. Best way is to make sure that you want it for you, okay? Because if you're doing it to please other people, you're probably not gonna be motivated, because you're not motivated. Motivation comes from yourself, and you wanna change yourself. And two is to get rid of all the bad food that's in your house and throw them away, burn them. Drink a lot of water, cut out all the sugars that you're eating, because probably that might be contributing to it. But I would say definitely drink a whole bunch of water. That's what I do. I don't really put anything on my face ever, except for cold water. I mean, I personally wouldn't do that, only because I don't know if I will be talking to the actual person on the other side. You don't know if they're an old man. You don't know if they're too young. Like, you don't know anything. Like, you don't know. Get this thing right here. This is the Elgato that I'm always talking about, HD60S. It helps you stream and record instantly. I specifically say the HD60S because this one is really built in for streaming and gameplays. And on the back of this, you see the overlay. And if you don't want to use the game capture that comes with this, you could either do this. This is the OBS Studio. This is what I use for mine, and you could do different settings to where you could have your PC gaming, your PlayStation gaming. You could create all these different scenes, and you have to promote it everywhere. And when I say promote everywhere, I mean like all on social medias. If you don't have like a Facebook, if you don't have a Facebook or social media, anything like that, make it Instagram, make a Twitter, make a Facebook page dedicated to your gaming channel and promote it. You have to promote it everywhere. And when I say promote it everywhere, I mean like all on social medias. If you don't have like a Facebook, if you don't have a Facebook or social media, anything like that, make it, and make an Instagram, make a Twitter, make a Facebook page dedicated to your gaming channel and promote it. Don't even address it, because if it was me, I would be like, you keep that over there, okay? That's between you and that other person, has nothing to do with me. Now, if you need some help on a situation, you want me to help you guys out to find a common ground, I'm here for you, but don't put me in the middle of your drama. If you want to make YouTube your full-time career, like your full-time job, you have to take it seriously as you would a full-time job, because people just see YouTube as, oh, like they're having fun and stuff, which we are, but it's still much hard work that has to be put in. You have to put the time into learning how to edit, have to put the time into learning what equipment you should use, and look around and do a lot of research and find out how to make your content even better and upgrade your space and upgrade your content so that you can give more to your audience. And last thing, actually like what you do, okay? Don't just try to do YouTube because you see that everybody else is doing YouTube and you want to do it too. Like, no, like, do what you want to do. Do what you like to do, whatever topic it is, and expand on that, because everybody will connect with you more if you do. Understand that, because there's a lot of people that are homophobic, and pretty much a lot of people in the world are homophobic. It's not just at your school, it's everywhere. It's at work, it's at the malls, everywhere that you go. But you could come out when you feel comfortable with yourself and you accept yourself. There's gonna be people that constantly bring you down, whether it be family, friends, whoever. And just because they're related to you by blood doesn't always mean that they want the best for you. Only you can. You can make sure that you have the best support and everything by being your own foundation, basically. There's gonna be people that constantly bring you down, whether it be family, friends, whoever. And just because they're related to you by blood doesn't always mean that they want the best for you. Only you can. You can make sure that you have the best support and everything by being your own foundation, basically. Try to ease them into the conversation. Like, you know what? I appreciate you for being around in my life and how much you mean to me, by like probably like doing like some type of activity, like going to the park or something fun, you know, to be like an icebreaker, and then kind of ease them into that conversation. One thing is that if she's always laughing at everything you say, even if you think it's not a joke, and she's just sitting there, oh gosh, like she likes you. She does. I guess try your best to not have them around each other, or maybe try to get them good together, but don't force it. But even if the other friend doesn't like one of your friends, it doesn't mean that you should stop being friends with that friend. You could be friends with whoever you want to. It doesn't matter what the other one thinks. Show them all the animated movies that have been so successful, like Up and all the Disney Pixar movies. That's animation. That's animation. I'm pretty sure they watched it and they enjoyed it. So, and they spent their money on it too. So that means you will get paid doing it as well. If that's truly how you feel, then you shouldn't be ashamed at all in expressing it. You shouldn't be ashamed to say, hey, this is how I am, this is what I believe, this is what I was raised in, and I feel very strongly in that. And it doesn't matter if people get offended by it, that's just how you are. That's just your belief. The best way is just tell them straight on. Like, hey, I have feelings for you. I like you. I think you're cute. You're amazing. Like, just tell them. Don't try to act in a certain way so they have to guess how you're feeling, you know, because then they'll never know. They never know unless you tell them. So tell them. You're not supposed to know what you're doing, honestly. If you know what you're doing at that time, then that's great. That's perfect. But you don't have to know what you're supposed to do, because I wanted to do a whole bunch of things. I wanted to bake. I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be a tattoo artist. I wanted to do a whole bunch of things and ended up doing YouTube. So you never know. She's just a hater. You're going to have natural born haters in this world. And that's fine. It has nothing to do with you. You didn't do anything wrong. They just don't like you because you may be too cute. You know, you may have some things that she wants and she hates you for that. But that's okay. Just be you. If you think that your friends are using you or only talk to you specifically when they need something from you, you need to cut off that accessibility. You need to cut them off. Like, oh, if you need something, like, hey, I need this from you, be like, nope, I don't have it. I don't got it no more. I say a PC that you build yourself is probably the best thing, because you could add whatever you want to it and upgrade it and do whatever you want to the inside whenever you want to. I used iBuyPower.com and actually used Dwayne's help to build it. I would say no, okay, but don't let them think that you're a punk at the same time. You gotta let them know that you will stand up for yourself. Now, if they punch you, it's on site. It's on site at that point. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. If I knew, I wouldn't have so many. See, that's like a running theme with like the older generation. They think that something's wrong with you. Like if you're gay or bi or whatever, they think that it's like a mental disorder or something. And it's not. Like therapy is not going to change who you like. It's not, Susan. I'm not going through it now, but when I did deal with it when I was younger, what I would do is try to seclude myself, kind of. Probably shouldn't have, but I did. But I was listening to music, soca music, so it always made me feel at home, and just try to surround myself with positive things that I enjoyed, like that made me feel happy that I was here on this earth, you know. Like soca music is really important to me, and like drawing and baking and just creating things made me feel happy to be here. If you don't have a prom date, that's completely fine. You can rock it out solo dolo, or you can go ahead and ask like a friend or a cousin or somebody to say, hey, you just want to have like a fun night, like, and just go as friends together and take your best prom pictures. That'll be completely okay. You don't need a date. It might seem hard to get over people because you may meet that one person where you feel like, oh, they're just like the most amazing person and I need them in my life and things like that. But sometimes it doesn't work out that way. So you have to move on and you have to explore other people that might do the same thing for you. There's a certain phrase always stuck to me, and it was, clowns don't like to perform when no one is watching. So if you don't give the attention to the people that are begging for it and trying to get it from you and get that reaction from you, they're gonna eventually stop trying to bother you. Hey,
hello, thank you so much.
We appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Try to get some hairstyles that don't put tension on your edges. Like a lot of people like to get braids that are like super on your scalp and like you could just see nothing. You see no hair, like you just see scalp and like your scalp is bleeding. Like don't do that. Like kind of relax your hair first. First of all, I just want to say that you are amazing, you are beautiful, and you are unique. That is why there's only one of you in this world. And because of that, it doesn't matter if anybody thinks that you look weird or if you should be a different way, because you're not supposed to be how they see you. You're supposed to be how you're supposed to be is how you think you're supposed to be, okay? People could say all of their opinions and everything like that, but guess what? It's the opinions, it is not facts. So you can only feel good by starting to change your mindset and see how you look at yourself and feel good. I say still pursue it anyway, because most likely your parents are going to have the vision of you being a doctor or a lawyer or something that you probably mostly don't want to do. But you have to let them know that you will still be successful not doing those things, you know, and still be. I remember when I was working at the bank, I was also doing YouTube at the same time. And then once I got to the point where I could just do YouTube alone and not have to go to the bank, and to my mom that I wanted to quit that job, she didn't want me to quit, but she knew that I wasn't going to be stupid enough to fail. So try to bring them like on a play date or something. Like ask your girlfriend, of course, you know, if it's okay to bring them like to the park or do something fun, you know, like take them to the zoo so that way they could connect with you and spend some time with you and feel okay and start getting a connection. What I will personally do is tell them that you're probably not going to mess with them anymore and explain to them why. You know, let them know that their behavior is toxic and it's not productive, it's not positive in any way towards your life, and that is why you're trying to distance yourself. Hopefully one day. I've only been to Europe once, and I was in London and Manchester for the YouTuber fight. So hopefully I can go out there again one day and see y'all. In the past, I did Zumba to really lose all the weight, like all the heavy weight. But now, for me to get a little slimmer, what I do now is we go to a personal trainer at LA Fitness and we follow the regimens that he has us do. And I wish I could say the exercises that he puts us through, because we work on different things, different days. Like one day we'll do arms, one day we'll do back, some days we'll do legs. I just know that it hurts, okay? I just know that it hurts and it leaves us not being able to move for quite a few days. I wish I could tell you. I just try to ignore it, but if they get overly disrespectful or try to DM me something that I don't want to see, and I think you guys know what I'm talking about, I just block you. I would say before you even try to look for apartments, try to make sure that you have enough money saved up for at least 1 year's worth of rent so that if anything happens, you will be okay. And 2, work on your credit score, because that's the major thing. Most likely the same thing that you're thinking is the same thing that other people are thinking when they're presenting in front of the class. Because I don't think anyone likes to be publicly speaking. I don't think anyone likes to do that. I think they force us to do that in class because it might be good for like other jobs to make presentations. But just be comfortable in the fact that you aren't the only one doing it, okay? And just after you present, somebody else is gonna do it too. So they're not gonna be thinking heavily on you if you mess up or anything like that. Just know that it's gonna be okay and you're gonna get a good grade out of it.
Momentum dribble, behind the back. Speed boost, step back, cheese, on the back, Full bar. Oh, you missed it.
Oh.